Have I learned anything new about the Garden of Stone since I published it? Yes. I traveled all summer and I spoke to a lot of people who had read the book and came up to speak with me about the book. And the biggest thing I learned about the book was that when I wrote it simply for myself. And I wrote it thinking I was writing about these specific people who only I knew. And as I was traveling, especially in Bluefield, I went back to the town where the novel is set. I met a number of people who believed that I had written about their family members. So the biggest revelation was that even though I thought I was telling this intimate story, actually what happened was the intimate stories translated, they served as kind of a dialogue with these people I didn't even know. And that's probably the biggest revelation, because I thought I was writing these very private, very intimate stories, and then suddenly people were coming up and saying, I have an Aunt Maria. Oh my gosh, she's exactly like this. Or they would come up and they would say, you know, Sadie, I really related to her because she reminds me of my mother. And some people actually in Bluefield, the women at the bookstore in Bluefield, went out and picked the flowers on the roadside that Sadie and her mother pick, the orange lilies and the blue chicory, and they became so invested in the book and they were such careful readers that they literally, before I did my signing in the bookstore, they had created an entire bouquet of all of the wildflowers that were within the pages of the book. And so that was the greatest revelation, to realize that I had not just simply written about the lives of a handful of people. The book seemed to reach people who related to it and they felt like I was writing about their lives.